The Dunboyne Circuit in County Meath, a 4-mile triangle of public roads, and once a year a speed track with perhaps up to 30 racing cars, Coopers, Lotuses, Gordinis, Alphas, any number of specials. A dangerous game, this car racing, even for the man with fast reactions. Here at Dunboyne, this 4-mile course has been lapped in 2 minutes 16 seconds. That's 105.88 miles an hour. But that's only an average figure. On some stretches, cars have reached over 150 miles an hour. Most cars can scream down the back straight at over the ton, and they come up into hairpin bends at Loch Sala and the Sheaf of Wheat at speeds that maybe you and I wouldn't dream of on an arrow straight road. And all this, mark you, on the public highway. Of course, on race day, the roads themselves are closed to all but the racing drivers. Why do they do it, these young and sometimes not so young men? Why do they spend thousands of pounds on high-powered racing cars? Why do they risk their lives just for speed? Because this is exactly what they do, and sometimes in this sport, this game, they lose not just a race, they lose their lives. Since 1964, 4 experienced drivers have been killed on the Dunboyne Circuit. A Scot, a Welshman, an Englishman, and 1 Irishman. There's been racing on the Dunboyne Circuit since 1957 under national competition rules governed by the Royal Irish Automobile Club and promoted by the Leinster Motor Club. Before that, the Leinster Club held its races at Wicklow, but the circuit there was closed down because of persistent local opposition. And now there's opposition in County Meath. Not so much from the local people this time, because after all, it's only on 2 days a year that the roads are closed for racing. This opposition comes from the experts. The Meath County Council is the authority which grants the order to close the roads for racing. And this year, the council's own experts, its officials, the county engineer and the county manager, as well as the Department of Local Government and the Commissioner of the Garda Síochána, have urged the council to refuse this permission. Refuse it because the circuit is unsuitable and dangerous, and because it's an inconvenience. The council itself was divided on what should be done. One member called the racing men speed lunatics. Meath County Council voted and said, let them race on. The man who proposed that there should be racing again this year is Senator Jack Fitzgerald.
I felt that there was no more cogent reason why we shouldn't give permission in 1967, seeing that we had been given permission for the holding of those races and the closing of the roads since 1957. I agree that there is a danger. As we all know, motor racing is a dangerous sport. But those who take part in motor racing are quite conscious of the fact that they're engaging in a dangerous sport, and therefore I can see no cogent reason why we should refuse permission in County Meath. It is unfortunate that we have had fatal accidents and I want to stress, in the motor races. The motorcycling has been fortunately very free of accidents.
Well, so far, of course, it's only competitors have been killed, no spectators so far. But isn't motor racing, anyway, an invitation to danger?
Well, I think that's a rather unfair question. Nobody asks anybody to take part in the motor races. They take part in that motor races of their own free will. And they realise, I'm sure they realise the dangers that are involved. But they like the sport.
But isn't there a weight of official opposition? For instance, the Department of Local Government and the Garda Síochána?
Yes, they have objected to it, and I would say the Department of Local Government, possibly on the advice of the Commissioner of the Garda, but again, I feel that we are as conscious of our responsibilities as the Commissioner, the Department of Local Government, or the officials, and for that reason I think it's a democratic decision to allow them to have the motor race.